Good morning student. Today I am going to explain you endoplasmic reticulum. So in the year 1945, in the cytoplasm of chick embryo, lace-like membrane structure was seen, and this lace-like membrane structure was called as endoplasmic reticulum. Then these membranes, they were bound by channels in the form of network of delicate strands and vesicles in the cytoplasm. The membrane was single layered and they form an interconnected network of tubules, vesicles and cisternae within the cell. So, in the what happened in the cytoplasm of the chick embryo, a lace-like membrane was seen. The membrane was single layered. It was having a network of these structures, cisternae, tubules and vesicles. They were interconnected in the form of network, and all this constitute an this endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum, they are considered as one of the components of cytoskeleton along with microtubules, microfilaments and the intermediate filaments. So these microtubules and the microfilaments, they constitute the cytoskeleton, similarly the endoplasmic reticulum also. So they were first observed by the scientists Potter, Claude and Fulham in the year 1945 and in the form of network. The term endoplasmic reticulum was given by, can you name the scientist? The term endoplasmic reticulum was first used by Potter and Fulham in 1952. So this term was used first time. All eukaryotic cells, they have endoplasmic reticulum. But exception is there, except the red blood cells of the mammal. In animal cells, endoplasmic reticular membrane, they typically constitute more than half of the total membrane system of the cell. So, see the huge space they are occupying. The endoplasmic reticulum, it is absent in prokaryotic cells. The entire endoplasmic reticulum is enclosed by a continuous membrane and is the largest organelle of most eukaryotic cells. Its membrane, it accounts for half of the cell membrane. मतलब इसकी membrane है ना cell membrane की आधी membrane इतनी बड़ी है जितनी. And the space enclosed by the endoplasmic reticulum, that is the lumen of cisternae space, may represent about how much 10% of the total cell volume. So the endoplasmic reticulum is an extensive system of a network of membrane enclosed branching tubules and flattened sac, that is called as the cisternae. The external forms the nuclear membrane throughout the cytoplasm. Now coming to the biogenesis of endoplasmic reticulum. If we see the biogenesis, according to it, it is a multi-step process that involves the synthesis of a basic membrane, that is the lipids and the intrinsic proteins. Then how we are doing addition of other components such as enzymes, sugars and lipid, they occur in a sequential manner. In a sequence they are occurring. Insertion of protein into endoplasmic reticular membrane is independent of that of the lipid. Very important. It is independent. Lipid से इसका कुछ लेना देना independent है ये. Some proteins of the endoplasmic reticulum are formed by ribosomes in the cytosol, which then becomes inserted into the membrane, so that they become the intrinsic protein and inserted part of the membrane. Here you can see in the diagram how isolation of microsomes is done. In this you can see that in the sediment to the eclairium, it is done according to the density gradients and the microsomes, they are separated. So to the homogenate we are adding sucrose and then we are doing centrifugation. It is done according to the density gradient and microsomes, they are separated. If they are separated from rough endoplasmic reticulum, they are rough microsomes. If separated from smooth endoplasmic reticulum, then they are smooth microsomes, and all this was done by George Palladay. Now coming to the major contribution in the study of endoplasmic reticulum, it was done by Palladay according to the how he isolated endoplasmic reticulum derived microsomes. So, how he has done it, as I told you, rough and smooth both. Now coming to the location of the endoplasmic reticulum. They are present, as I told you, in all eukaryotic cells, but they are absent in mature erythrocytes, ova, embryonic cells and the prokaryotes. So, give examples of the cells in which endoplasmic reticulum is absent. This question is asked. So, you are going to write in mature erythrocytes, ova, embryonic cells and the prokaryotes. The endoplasmic reticulum often occupies most of the cytoplasm. Amount. Now amount of endoplasmic reticulum, it is also varying in cells to cells. In some they are abundant, in some they are in small amount. So endoplasmic reticulum, when they are present in spermatocytes, then only a few vacuoles is seen. In adipose tissue, then there will be few tubules only. But the cells that are actively synthesizing protein, remember, such as liver, pancreatic cells and the fibroblasts, they have abundant endoplasmic reticulum. Huge amount of endoplasmic reticulum is present in the cells which are actively synthesizing protein. And what are the three? Liver, pancreatic cells and the fibroblasts. Endoplasmic reticulum, they forms 30 to 60% of the total membrane in a cell. So, see how much they are constituting. Origin of endoplasmic reticulum. Considering the origin of endoplasmic reticulum, various hypotheses were drawn, but the most concrete hypothesis was given by Vishnitzler in 1974. So, the scientist Vishnitzler in 1974, he told that endoplasmic reticulum is budded off from the nuclear envelope. So, this is the most accepted hypothesis. Other hypotheses are that the endoplasmic reticulum, they appears to arise from the outer membrane of the nuclear envelope. If they are coming from the outer membrane, outer folding. If from the plasma membrane, then inner folding. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum arise from the rough endoplasmic reticulum by the detachment of ribosomes. Rough endoplasmic reticulum पे ribosomes हैं. If these ribosomes are removed, then it becomes a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So, detachment of ribosomes का हटना from rough endoplasmic reticulum, it will form the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now, you can see here the diagram. See, there are two basic morphological types of endoplasmic reticulum, the rough and the smooth. And the endoplasmic reticular membrane is 50 Armstrong thick and the plasma membrane is 80 to 100 Armstrong thick. Here in the diagram, it's very clear. You can see the endoplasmic reticulum, the nuclear pores, the nuclear envelope, the cisternae, the ribosomes, the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth. Here in the smooth you are not going to find the ribosome, but here you can see the ribosome. So this is rough endoplasmic reticulum. So a very clear and precise picture where you can see the cisternae, you can see the tubules and the vesicles. Now coming to the physical structure. As you see in the diagram that this endoplasmic reticulum, it is a three-dimensional network of intracellular structures, that is the cisternae, tubules and the vesicle. Sometimes this question is asked, what are cisternae? Then cisternae are flattened, unbranched, stick-like element. They lie in a stack parallel to one another and they bear ribosomes on the surface. Therefore, they appear rough. So, what are cisternae? They are flattened, unbranched, कोई branches नहीं होती, sac की तरह हैं. They lie parallel in stacks parallel to one another. No ribosomes, they bear ribosomes on the surface. Therefore, they appear rough and they contain glycoproteins, that is the ribofourin 1 and the ribofourin 2. which binds to the ribosomes and they help in protein synthesis. So, which glycoproteins they are having? Riboforin 1 and the riboforin 2 proteins in cisternae. Coming to the tubules. Now, tubules, they are irregular branching elements and they form a network along with other elements. They are irregular and they don't have branches. They are in the form of tubules and they are free of ribosomes. That means generally often they don't have ribosomes, but cisternae they have. Vesicles, they are oval, rounded, vacuole-like elements. They are also free of ribosomes. All the elements of endoplasmic reticulum, they freely communicate with one another and they contain a fluid. What is the name of the fluid? That is endoplasmic matrix in the endoplasmic reticular lumen. So, how they are communicating? Through this fluid. This is called as endoplasmic matrix. This matrix is different from cytoplasmic matrix outside the endoplasmic reticulum. Cytoplasmic matrix, it is outside the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum may pass from one cell to another through the, how this connection is made? Through plasmodesmata. And how it is done? In the form of desmotubules. So, when endoplasmic reticulum, it is passing from one cell to another, then it is through plasmodesmata and in the form of desmotubules. So, here in the diagram it is very clear, you can see the desmotubule, the plasmodesmata, the endoplasmic reticulum, how it is passing. Then in the next diagram also you can see the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. You can see very well how this cisternae, the cisternae sac, the endoplasmic reticulum, the ribosomes here, so rough. Where the ribosomes are not, then it is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Coming to the molecular structure of the endoplasmic reticulum. In molecular structure, we see that endoplasmic reticulum are composed of two layers and these layers are made up of phospholipid molecules sandwiched by two layers of protein molecules like other membranes in the cell wall. Means sandwich है इसके अंदर and it is composed of two layers of phospholipids. So, this is a molecular structure. Then types of the endoplasmic reticulum, as I told you, they are of two types, smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So, we are going to study this structure next time in my next lecture. Summarizing it, I have explained you endoplasmic reticulum, who named it? Potter, he named it the endoplasmic reticulum. Then its location, where it is located, in which organelles it is absent, its amount, in which cells they are abundant. As I told you, endoplasmic reticulum, it is abundant in protein synthesizing cells. I have named the cells also. Then I have explained you the physical structure of cisternae, tubules and vesicle. The thickness of the endoplasmic reticular membrane, that is 50 to 60 Armstrong. And we are going to study about the enzymes, its molecular structure in detail in my next lecture, its function. Till then, goodbye. And as usual, I am asking a question. So, what is the difference between smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the rough endoplasmic reticulum? And you are going to comment in the comment box. And in my next lecture, I am going to explain you its molecular structure and the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Thank you.